Dear viewers, I am going to talk about yet another powerful quantitative technique, operations research. In my last video, I talked about data science, its emergence, and its relevance in today's business scenario and the need. In this video, I'll give the background about the genesis or the origin of operation research and how it has become a very powerful technique in today's business life. Operation research is an excellent quantitative technique with number of mathematical models that can be applied across several business domains: manufacturing, trading, banking and finance, equities and stocks, medicine, agriculture, you name it. In almost all the fields we can apply quantitative technique. In the following PowerPoint presentation, I'll talk about operation research and then select operation research techniques and their application areas, and I'm sure that you will be in a position to absorb and apply in your business life scenarios. Operations research, a powerful quantitative technique for business decisions. The genesis of operations research. During World War II, the Allies, Britain and US were fast depleting their resources, warheads, weapons, in quest to win the war. They were in a fix. They need to figure out the various strategies and tactics to efficiently allocate their resources in their military operations. They face many challenges. Some of them are how much artillery they have to produce, how much of grenades, cannons, missiles to attack the opponent efficiently, in what quantity they should store and where they should store, able to build bridges in the shortest possible time, mobilize materials, equipments, warheads with minimum cost from different location to different places, decide on convoy sizes and then camouflaging for their flight aircrafts so that they can hoodwink the opponents and minimize loss from ground attacks, deployment of radars maximizing coverage zones, invention of flight patterns to hoodwink opponents, so many other similar problems they had. So they have been trying to figure out how to go about this. The British thought, why not we call the scientists and mathematicians? And so did Americans. They all closeted in a chamber, mulled over the matter for a few days, and they came up with identifying war variables like arms, ammunition, equipment, and resources, and embedding them in a mathematical model and solving them. Solving these models mathematically gave robust, pragmatic solutions. They could diligently use the resources in the war and could achieve their intent. To enumerate a few operation research techniques they adopted that helped them the situations are linear programming, wherein the maximization of production or minimization of cost and transportation cost minimization, PERT CPM or program evaluation review technique or critical path method, where several parallel activities they could plan it in such a way they could minimize the time for building bridges and making it motorable so that they can move the trucks and other equipments, and inventory models to plan about how much to stock and what quantities and where to stock, and applying game theory they could strategize optimistic, pessimistic and regret criteria on air attacks and coverage zones, simulation with probabilistic model to describe war attack scenarios, apply probabilistic model on that to find out how efficiently they could win a particular zone in the war. The name Operation Research evolved as they used these techniques in military operation areas. So the quest came up, if we are able to apply this in military operations, which is after all a war between two countries, why we can't apply in business scenarios where it's a matter of war between two competitors or more than two competitors? And why not? So after the war was over, it was revival of economy. Although business grew up, there were many challenges. Many struggled to beat competition, labor unrest, unpredictable seasons, markets. Most decisions were often intuitive, subjective rather than objective. These resulted in collapse of many enterprises and organizations. There is a need for a scientific approach. Requests came up. Many started thinking, if operation research technique could help to win war, why not in business? All it required was to identify the business variables and embed them in mathematical models of OR techniques and find solutions. In business, one needs to find ways and means to beat competition and competitors, and that's the way you live. So finally, OR was very successfully implemented in business scenarios also. With today's scenario, information technology, supercomputing power, large storage and data handling, besides global reach with internet and satellite operations and satellite communications, businessmen and entrepreneurs are better placed to harness the benefit from operation research and scientific management tools for sound and rational decision. I am sure this operation research will be applicable to several business areas. So that's a brief introduction on operation research. In future, I'll take you through specific operation research technique, its purpose and its application areas, the model with a real life example. I'm sure you will be in a position to apply these techniques in your real life scenarios and use the models what I have suggested and be benefited. Thank you. I'm looking forward to you all to join my future sessions.